What's up, people? We know we are back for another podcast. You know what I'm saying? So today, I'm telling you, the first episode was madness, right? I don't know why people are telling me I'm making bare facial expressions, but I'm gonna make more. I don't care. Freaking human rights up in here, you know what I'm saying? But yes, today we have a bunch of people today. The house is kind of full, you know what I'm saying? So I want to say, Hamza is a nice guy, and he's gonna take the slide to him. So I'll pass it on to Hamza.
Good intro.
Amazing intro. Amazing intro.
Good intro.
Everybody, welcome to our channel, The Youth and the K. Today I have a very special guest. A very special guest. He's been my fob buddy.
What is my pop buddy? You are the pop buddy.
As soon as I landed in Canada, 3 months later, I found this guy. It's been 7 years. I'm still best friends with him. Been through life with him, and he's a very, very, very interesting guy. And this is Hansela.
Hey guys, how you doing? My name's Hans. My name's Hansela, but everyone calls me Hans.
It's like Hansa, like Han Solo.
Exactly, bro. Or Hanzilla, like Godzilla.
Like you actually had so you are a man who I see that is like decides to do something.
Yes.
Like, you know how we have like phases of passions for certain things. Like sometimes you're just fascinated by a particular watch. You're just obsessed about watches in general, and then you're fascinated about cars. So you're a guy who becomes fascinated by things, and you then try to make a difference in that thing, right? You try to leave your mark in that thing. I mean, that is something I've noticed consistently about you, and you did that, for example, with music. Hansela reminded me that was your name, right? Hanzilla. So you used to produce like dance music.
Yes.
Right.
I did produce dance music. So the concept that you're talking about is just the idea that when someone does something, what's the point of doing it if you're not gonna do 100% in it? If you're not doing something 100% and you're just breezing through like your passions and the shit you actually care about, the gym, your diet, and you're not giving it 100%, then you're getting no reward out of it, but you're putting in the same time. The only difference is the effort you put into that time. So what I try to do, the shit I love, which is music and fitness and investing, and try to spread like positivity, then I'm going to put 100% in those things, because there's no other way of doing anything, in my opinion.
Let that sink in, guys. For real. Like, for real, that's some deep stuff. Like, bro, if you're not giving your full effort, man, like,
what's the point?
Yeah, bro, like, you're completely right, man.
You're just wasting time, honestly.
Yeah.
The truth is, guys, if every one of you guys put in 100% for just 1 year of your life without excuses, just 1 year, you know what 100% is, right? Yeah. And you all know internally what your 100% is. And going on TikTok and making excuses why you can't go to the gym and you're wasting time and this and that and smoking and watching this. You know when you're wasting time and when you're not. If you truly give 100% in 1 year, just 1 year, bro, y'all would be fucking monsters. Right. Everyone here would be you wouldn't even you would look at today and think we're all losers. If we all sat down and put 100%.
I'm already doing that, don't worry, bro.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
No, but you know what? The crazy thing is, like, let's scratch a year. Let's say even 1 week, 1 day, bro. It's like, if you can just master that, bro, it's... Even that's the hardest thing to do. But, like, if you can master it, bro...
Exactly.
You gotta set standards for yourself, I've realized. If you can hold yourself accountable, I think that's one of the hardest things to do, is hold yourself accountable. You know what 100%. I mean? Because it's like, bro, like, for example, I'm afraid to let everyone around me down, but I won't do that. So why am I not afraid to let myself down too? Why do I do it so often? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's like, bro, like, you yourself as a person are the biggest blessing that God has given you, and we neglect that most. You know what I mean? So it's like, but it's all one thing to say these words, another thing to actually internalize it and realize like how personal your life is supposed to be, bro. You take care of your body, because essentially it's not just you, but it's a gift for you. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? Like, we are our soul. Our body is a gift for us.
Your body is the vessel for your soul. Fam.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And like right now, bro, like I need an oil change. You know what I'm saying? I'm running low.
Johnny on the
Bro,
spot.
gas prices are expensive. fam.
Jojo, my suspension's broken.
I mean, to be honest, man, if we all fixed our habits, literally for 1 week, yo, for 1 week, if you drank enough water and you slept on fucking time and you didn't consume fucking shit ton of nicotine, caffeine, weed. I have a problem with weed. I will definitely admit that.
Right.
But if you ate the right foods and you slept on time and you said thank you to somebody and you do that for 1 week, your whole life will change. You know how good you will feel?
Mm-hmm.
You know how good you guys will feel if you just did the right things for 1 fucking week for your body?
I feel like water and sleep is the main thing.
Yeah.
With sleep, what do you think is the right time?
Yo, bro, I am telling you guys, just wake up when the sun rises.
Exactly right.
Wake up when the sun rises.
Go to bed.
When
around
you
9.
wake up with the light of sun and not an alarm, and you wake up from sun hitting your face, you will wake up like a Super Saiyan. Telling you right now.
Damn, this guy says some Dragon Ball Z thing.
No, it's facts.
Honestly,
yo.
you'll get a lot of you'll get a lot of things done, bro. And this,
Wake
I
up
think
early.
Ryan was
Oh my
talking about this
God,
like
you have
yesterday.
No idea, bro.
He was talking to me like, when you wake up early, you get a lot of things done.
In
And
my
it's-
opinion, you wake up, you pray Fajr, your day starts. Done.
that's
Simple.
that's-
You
Fajr
don't
is
go.
also
You don't go to
something
sleep after you pray Fajr, which all of us do.
yeah,
Can't
we all-
lie.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to wake up at like super early, 5, 6. But I personally, I have to get better with my prayers, so I don't really pray Fajr. But I do wake up early. I'm trying to, you know.
It's you start somewhere, baby
Yeah,
steps.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not
Everyone
like,
has
you
their
know,
own
you can't be
pace,
like,
Yeah, yeah.
It's
for
either
sure.
one day or day one, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But sure, like for me, like in Canada, the day ends at 9, 10. If I wake up at 5 a.m., so basically I'm just seeing day, and I just like darkness and night, and I feel satisfied at 5 sleeping after Fajr. So is it still harmful for me? How is it harmful for me? I understand the benefits of waking up early. Thank you for pointing it out.
You want to know the science behind it?
Tell me.
Your entire physiology is designed around your circadian rhythm.
What is circadian rhythm?
Your circadian rhythm is your natural cycle of sleep. Your natural born cycle of sleep. And that cycle of sleep is literally based on the fucking sun and moon. Believe it or not. We are designed and we are built to function at our best when we sleep around the circadian clock. You can research this. You're built for that. Sleeping at night is completely different than sleeping in day. I'm telling you now.
I don't know how people do it, bro. I can't sleep during the day, man. Like,
But I have a question though for you on that one, yeah?
Yes, sir.
You're saying about that, but I know there's some people, like including myself,
Cool.
we could stay up the whole night and we just take power naps throughout the day.
Okay.
10-15 minutes. And bro, I feel like Lightning McQueen. I'm serious, man. But like the point where I'm trying to say is like I agree. I love that big word that you just said there because I want like, whoa, this is crazy.
Circadian.
I can't even pronounce what you just said.
Circadian rhythm. Yeah.
That's bad. Dude. That's bad.
Yo, what were we talking about? What were we
Yeah,
talking
so
about?
yeah,
the
so,
circadian
the sleep
yeah.
schedule.
So I was talking about that. So like for that, would it still work for some people that have like?
No,
So it doesn't work for everyone.
no one.
No one.
I mean, listen, there are exceptions, but the exceptions do not create the rules. Of course, there's there's an Indian guy that have a genetic order hasn't slept in 36 years. Literally, he's been awake for 36 years and his body is functioning perfectly. You can Google it right now, there's no cap, of course.
What's his name?
Yo,
I don't know the name, but there's literally an Indian dude. So yeah, there are exceptions, but the key of sleep comes from deep sleep and REM sleep. You know what that is?
Rapid eye movement.
Bro, that is like the deepest form of rest your body gets. And yo, when you reach this level of sleep, your body is changing like crazy. All your hormones are being rebalanced, all your muscles are being connected again, all your fucking nervous system is being reset, your mind is being cleared, your whole body is healing. If you don't get your deep sleep, you will feel like shit.
Okay, do you remember the Frieza saga? When,
Oh fuck yes.
Yes, when Goku.
I remember every saga ever.
I know. Right. When Goku pulls up to Namek,
Yes.
just clapped. He's done. He's broken, and he's in the fluid chamber, resting and resting and resting. And when he comes out of that, bro, his guys, it's like he ate 100 centibeats.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
That's
how I
power
think
move.
of sleep. You know what I mean?
That's the key of deep sleep.
And you know what actually like blew my mind recently. I learned that for a good sleep cycle, humans aren't actually supposed to be tired and groggy when they wake up.
You're supposed to be
I
blessed.
learned that and I was like, "There's no way that's true." You're like, and then I thought about it. Yo, compare us to all of the creatures in the animal kingdom as well. Like for example, bro, the cat, like they sleep all day, whatever. But when they wake up, bro, literally 30 seconds in, they are top peak performance hyper. Right away, I'm like, bro, this would take me like a minute or like an hour to get into. You know what I mean? And I thought about it, I was like, yo, they don't have distractions like phones and other responsibilities or whatever. So they're probably the most natural it gets. You know what I mean?
They're just surviving, you know.
And then when I was like, bro, like when people tell me they're not tired when they wake up, I was like, how is that possible?
Yeah, I know. I was saying, bro, like they're just like surviving. Like if you're living just on like, well, focusing on survival more than anything, then like you're just able to be like more on point, more in tune with things.
Bro, I feel like 8 hours sleep is good. Like I don't know, like I'm not sure. Like
It doesn't work all the
Depends
time.
on the
though.
person. Right?
Yeah,
it does.
100%.
Depends on the person.
Yeah, I know there's some people like you look at our brown guys,
7,
right?
8 hours.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Bro, my dad sleeps like 3-4 hours and he's like a monster on the road. He's chilling, bro. He's driving with one hand, blasting Kawali and.
No, as you get older though, you do.
Need
It's
less
a trend
sleep.
where they need less sleep
Like,
because they don't function as much either, right? They don't burn as much energy either.
He tells me
But
that.
that's because of lifestyle changes, not
Exactly.
because of age.
Yeah, it's like that.
But lifestyle changes go according to age, right? You're only
Yeah,
capable
it
to do so
changes.
much at certain points in your life.
I know, but when you stop it, like you're capable of a lot more. Like most people, when they get older, they instead of their age being the factor, they'll stop because they feel like they're getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so facts, bro.
It's
You're only
the
as old as
you know what I'm
feel
talking
you are,
about?
bro.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I've seen 70-year-olds that function like 30-year-olds. Bro.
Exactly.
You're only as old as you feel you
And
are.
there's 35-year-olds that function like 70-year-olds. Because yo, I'm
It's
old
your
now,
brain.
man. I'm 35.
Solid.
I can't
Easy.
do this. Yo, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
It's all in your brain, bro.
Exactly.
You never
Yo,
realize
your
how
brain,
much.
you guys don't understand how much your brain
It's all in your
controls
brain.
everything. Yo.
Yeah, how much your psychology actually affects your physical body,
It
bro.
does. It does.
It's insanity.
100%.
Thoughts manifest.
Like, like,
Like, bro, you were saying that happiness is a choice.
Happiness is a choice.
Can you elaborate on
Yeah, I can.
but I'm
that?
not.
May you elaborate on that?
So, I had an experience at Rolling Loud.
Okay,
The first
yeah.
day.
Yeah.
You were there too.
Okay,
right?
okay. So the reason why this guy is even here today is because I haven't talked to this guy in like 6-7 months.
Literally.
6-7 months
No
and
contact.
no contact, nothing, absolutely nothing. So he was logging into his audio music production software and he needed the password. So he
It was on his
message-
account.
It was on my account. So that's how he contacted me. And then he's like, bro, Hamza, I just been through one of the craziest experience of my life and I have to come and tell you this. And this guy came all the way from Milton, which is like
I didn't even know this podcast was a thing, guys. I didn't know we were doing this thing.
Really?
I literally just came to see him on God.
That's crazy.
Wallahi. I had no idea. And then he's like, dude, my boys are coming over. I'm like, oh, I'll chill with the boys. And then like when we were coming inside, he's like, yo, there's a whole podcast set up. I'm like, what? Yeah.
Surprise.
Just surprises after surprises. isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Yo, so let me tell you guys about Rolling Loud.
Okay, what is Rolling Loud?
It's a festival. It's a music festival.
Like what type of festival?
Yeah, it's
Is
like
it EDM?
no, it's like rap music, hip hop,
Okay.
like top 500 type stuff,
Toronto?
billboards.
That Roger Rich came out, bro.
The first day, I accidentally did 3 grams of shrooms for the first time in my life.
Wait, how did you do that accidentally?
I just ate more than I like perceived. I was already first of all.
No,
Yeah.
you slipped and fell. You know?
Yeah, I was like, yo.
No, it was the first time I have ever done it. I've never done shrooms, and I had 14 grams in the bag. And it was all like mushed up. It wasn't even like, like I had nothing, so I was just munching.
Munching up on
Yeah.
the
I had 3 or 4 grams for the first time, and
Yeah.
I didn't know. And and I was already drunk as fuck. This is pre. Before I was going in, I'm like, yo, let me start this. I'll get inside by the time it kicks in.
Okay.
I was so that's what I did.
Yeah.
And yo, it kicked in the instant I stepped into the festival.
Jeez.
It kicked in so hard that I could barely walk. And bro, everything was just moving. Everything was just moving. The ground just felt like it was moving.
The whole world has a heartbeat.
I don't know about a heartbeat, but like, dude, everything just felt like a wavelength, yo.
It's like a pulse, right? You know
Like a
what I mean?
vibration?
You know what I
Like
mean?
you felt like you were underwater, but it was like.
Kind of, yo. He's not wrong.
No,
He's not wrong.
My cousin told me that.
No,
Alright,
that's
so-
true, that is, yeah.
I sat down, bro, and I called my girlfriend, and
She was there?
no, she was on the way there,
Okay.
right? So we were supposed to do it together and shit, but I was impatient, and I called her, and yo, the amount of love I felt for this woman, I had never experienced in my life. I swear to God, bro. And when I closed my eyes and I like kind of passed out, I think I fell asleep for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, like a bum. I felt like a loser. I was like by the washrooms, and I felt defeated as fuck. And all I could do was pray to God. I'm like, yo, I'm so sorry. I messed up. Please take this feeling. I messed up. I felt so scared. I was scared out of my mind, bro.
Why were you scared?
Bro, what I was feeling, I couldn't fathom it.
What were you feeling?
Bro, everything was moving. Everything was moving like this. Everything. As in, like, the ground was moving like that. All the people's heads were moving like this.
It's like, imagine if someone stripped your life of every ounce of control you even had, which is already little to begin with.
Yeah.
It's scary because you either accept it or you give it a glimpse of fight, which will honestly just make it worse.
That's what I did.
And that's the thing. It's easy to do, right?
Because as humans,
that's
we
your
do that.
natural, natural reaction, bro.
Yo, so after the whole thing, and I talked to my girlfriend, she was on the phone, she was trying to comfort me, blah, 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 and try to like thing, and I was crying my eyes out, yo. Like, crying my eyes out. And I sat down, and I just closed my eyes, and I think I passed out for around like 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then when I woke up, my girlfriend was calling me. I was like 13 missed calls, like 14 or something. And I called her back, and she told me, hey, just go, please find water. Because I couldn't even think, guys. I couldn't even think. Like, imagine being in a place you couldn't even fathom being in, yo. You know what I mean?
That's not a good environment to be in either, yo.
And bro, it's hundreds of people walking back and forth and screaming, yelling in bass and 808 and music. Like, I couldn't fathom anything. Like, it felt like I was looking at myself outside of this frame of view I have in my eyes. Does that make sense?
Like third person.
Third person.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything. I couldn't fathom anything. I couldn't hold on to anything. I couldn't understand anything. I couldn't walk. I could barely breathe. You know what I'm saying?
You were like suffocating while walking.
I was like, no, I was sitting on the floor when I woke up, guys. When I woke up, and somehow my girlfriend's voice genuinely guided me through, like I was taking steps towards the water. And the scariest thing is, there were fucking cops everywhere, bro. This was the entrance, bro. They had guard dogs, like on leashes, smelling for drugs and bombs. This is, you can check this. They had fucking SWAT members walking around the entrance with guard dogs, with fucking on big ass leashes. Like big ass dogs sniffing people for bombs and drugs. So I'm panicked.
So bro, like while you were asleep, were you asleep or were you still in your imagination, just eyes are closed?
Yeah, that's
Eyes
what it
were
feels
closed?
like, bro. I
You
couldn't
were just present for a while.
bro, I couldn't open my eyes, guys. I couldn't open
your
my
eyes.
eyes. Like, that's terrifying.
So you naturally fell asleep without
Bro,
your control.
literally. So if I opened my eyes, everything was so terrifying that like I couldn't keep them open, and I couldn't, and I was just like this. I just didn't want to feel anything.
Did it feel like a nightmare?
Yes, it felt like the scary. It felt like I was going into like a black hole.
It's a nightmare you can't wake up from.
Yes.
That's the worst part, bro.
That's a sick metaphor. I love that.
No,
It was a
that's-
nightmare I couldn't wake up from. That's what it felt like.
Because your reality becomes a nightmare, right?
Like reality was that, and I couldn't accept. I couldn't
Okay,
fathom.
I got a question. So, there's no way you went alone. You had friends with you?
No, it was just me there waiting for my girl. Yes, that's
So
it.
you pulled up oh shit.
I pulled up alone, bro. Bro, it's
not
not.
fun,
It's not fun, bro. Listen, it's there. You literally get to the like. You can't fathom it. Your mind can literally not conceive what you're feeling. And the craziest part is, guys, believe this, don't believe this, I couldn't give a fuck less. Straight the fuck up. Believe it or not, bro, when I woke up and I drank water and I splashed my face, it was like the most enlightened I had ever felt in my life. And I went on I remember this so clearly. Bro, in a crowd full of, everywhere was just running. When I splashed my face and I drank cold water. And I just fell to my knees and I cried so hard because I was so grateful because I could breathe again and I was able to be present again, right? After I woke up. And yo, this thing, whatever I felt when I fell asleep or something, bro, when I woke up, it felt like God like saved my life or something. And I fell to my knees right then and there, crying and praying. And ever since then, bro, I have been the happiest I've ever been, the most like free I've ever felt in my life. The most present, present, like now, not depressed about yesterday or anxious about tomorrow, but happy about today.
You're here.
You know what I'm talking about? That's what it felt like. And that's what it feels like now, bro. You know what I mean?
I can see it, bro.
I swear to God, guys. This shit was
the
unreal.
relief, bro. Because it's like, in that moment, you will never think it's going to end. And the fact that it does, bro, it's just...
It does.
But, okay, that begs the question. Do you ever want to go back to that?
100%.
Really?
In my opinion, bro, this is gonna be sick. Have you guys heard of ayahuasca?
Yes. What is it?
It is the thing that will literally get you the highest on this planet.
Remember I was telling you the most intense psychedelic experience
On this
possible for
planet,
man?
yeah. So what that thing does, it kills your ego. And that's what I want to feel.
What's the name?
Shrooms does the same thing as
Shrooms
well.
did this for me. It
Shrooms
killed
has
part of my
ego,
ego.
yeah.
Part of
Try
it.
doing AY. I
Like
heard
Peruvian,
that one
like
frog thing
shamans.
that people do as well.
So
It's crazy.
essentially,
I don't know about the frog, but ayahuasca.
no, the
is
frog,
real.
for the core element is the DMT.
DMT is
That messed
crazy.
the trip to me. It's the most intense psychedelic experience. It's so intense to the point where your body actually does not require you to be consciously awake anymore because it takes over. It shuts your body down.
Yo,
It takes over.
it can feel like thousands of years.
Like you feel fucked. There's been people that apparently recorded coming out with living a full 6-month life with a wife and kids.
Exactly.
You know, it's
yes.
and it's
Yo,
not
bro,
something you can
everyone,
necessarily doubt.
have
Try
you
it
noticed? Okay, have you noticed?
No, bro.
Have you noticed the similarities on all of their experiences, bro? Each person that has talked about ayahuasca has felt that closeness to God.
I actually doubt that. I think they think that they had a closeness to God, but the reality is, I don't believe that something that God has forbidden can make you close to God. Unless when he saved you and pulled you out of it, I feel like that was a sign from God, not the actual distraught you were feeling itself. You know what I mean?
And we know that devil himself is able to come in many forms.
Many.
Yes.
So it's, except Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He cannot replicate his face. Otherwise he can replicate anything and come as that and influence you as that.
No, just chilling, bro.
You know how I said that for marijuana, some people it has given a lot of people very, very, initially, it showed them the beauty of marijuana, the relaxation, the artistic curiosity, the passion it makes you feel at the moment. It makes you feel alive. You're juicing, all right? But if you do it consistently,
It goes away.
that goes away. Plus, it affects your brain permanently. It damages your brain permanently, especially the short-term memory, especially that. You know? And somebody said to me, I don't know if it's true, but I 100% believe for it to be, is that marijuana kills brain cells. It makes you retarded if you do it consistently.
Yeah.
Psychosis.
Yeah.
You know, I actually know that's a very interesting point. So you know how you mentioned it gives you the gratitude of living in the present moment,
Yeah.
and I honestly, bro, wholeheartedly believe that is one of the most fundamental skills a human needs to master. Don't stress about the past or the future. Focus in right now because that's what you're living through.
That's
But
where
I
you have the
also
most
believe,
control.
but I also believe that even that could be taken to the extreme. You know, we believe that too much of anything can actually be harmful, and
course.
even Islam, bro. too much prayer can be harmful. If you're neglecting your family, your children, because you want to pray, that's actually more harmful to your Islam than you think it is. So my extreme for that is, let's say you become so immersed in the present moment and you become so cemented in the present moment that you actually begin to forget about the future that matters, right? For example, the akhirah. So what I've noticed, the thing that drugs do, the reason there's such good coping mechanisms is because drugs will literally take your worst situations, throw it out the window, and make you forget they ever existed.
Make you forget your responsibilities.
Exactly, and that can become so detrimental to the point where you spiral into an addiction, and now your problems, they're not just a thought that you go back to, but they actually never exist again in a detrimental way, because the reality is they do exist, but your mind is so foregone that they don't exist for you anymore. And that's when you see people that are, and I don't mean to diss or anything, but you see a lot of people that are just homeless on the streets, got nothing to lose, and instead of working to make their life better, every moment you see them, they're just cracked up, dancing with their shirts off. It's like, they are human beings, and of course, had they seen themselves from like a 10-year ago type of frame, they would have been like, yo, what the hell's wrong with me? But they became so immersed and so lost that nothing even matters to them anymore. Not even 5 seconds into the future matters anymore.
I mean, fair.
You know what I mean? You see what I mean? So I believe there are extremes to anything you do in life, and there's a balance that needs to be maintained.
I agree with that.
Is yours?
Well, literally, like, they've escaped reality, basically. Like, whenever people, like, do drugs or, like, look to, like, other, like, substances, they're trying to escape, like, their current form of reality.
Facts.
Because it's, like, so painful, you know?
The thing
Not
is,
necessarily painful.
the thing is does not
Depends
that
on one
does,
person. I'd say.
you know how a lot of people come up with the argument that weed applies differently to different people. I agree with that, because some people use it for productivity, and for some people use it to focus on doing what they have to do, right? And it helps them in that because it makes them feel relaxed.
Yeah.
Again, at the end of the day, it's a chemical game. How is it like this? Life is not meant to be fun. How Allah created life, it's not meant to be fun. It's about persistence. This life was created as a test. As a test. You have to accept that reality. That means problems, difficulties are a given. They are a given and they will come to you. Right? They will come to you. So, what drugs does is that it lowers your coping mechanism to cope life without this drug. It lowers that to an extent that you become dependent on it, and what weed does, it also affects your short-term memory in a way that you become more and more and more careless over the days, right?
Okay.
Even little things become like a big burden to you.
Sure. Okay. I understand both of your points about that. My argument is, I would argue that 90% of our true problems don't even exist to begin with. Our minds and our anxious and our overthinking and our egos and our traumas and our problems and our issues and our insecurities create issues that don't even exist in the first place.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt about that.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree
about
And
that.
I 100% agree with balance. 100% agree with balance. There are outliers in everything. Yeah, homeless people do drugs in that way. But I will not agree to the fact that drugs don't do anything positive. I do believe.
Oh, 100% they could
Yeah.
do good. Even in the
You're not
Quran,
saying
Allah-
it.
Cool.
Even the
Unless-
Quran, Allah
You have
said
to
that.
outweigh the benefit and
No,
harms.
thing is, you guys, let me be real. I personally, like, I believe in God, but if you guys bring up the Quran, I'm not very well versed, so I will not be able to understand it from that perspective.
Well, that's okay. That's the
You know
point.
what I'm saying?
That's the point of learning, right?
Yeah, I want
we
to learn. I
from each
want to
other
learn
type of
this.
thing.
Like, I want to learn. So if I'm ignorant to any facts, just let me know.
Oh, for sure.
I appreciate that. But what Hamza was saying about saying like how, for example, someone can actually become productive off of weed, for example. Okay, the truth lies in the fact that regardless of whether you are gaining productivity in your life or not, what is your productivity depending on? And I'll give a great example: ADHD. Okay, we live in a world where medicines are handed out like candies, right? So there's a man that has ADHD, gets prescribed Adderall, Vyvanse, whatever he needs. And that Vyvanse Adderall now creates a productivity in his life where his life is actually getting better. He's working harder, he's making more money, he's being more attentive, become a better listener. But that is happening only and solely because of the medication he is taking. The whole idea of medication is to train you to get out of the loop so you can do it yourself. the problem with dependency when it comes to drug and especially addictive drugs is it's so hard to come out of that leash because that has become your only way of doing it, right? And I'm talking honestly, talking from personal experience. My brother got diagnosed with ADHD and shit, and he knew, he's like, bro, if I take this every single day, and I have many friends, they say if they take it every single day, they literally feel numb. And antidepressants is a great example of that.
Antidepressants.
My wife used to go through that shit, and she literally told me, she's like, it doesn't make me happier, it just makes me feel less in general. That's a scary thing, man.
Yeah.
You don't feel
Exactly.
any emotions, right?
I have
Exactly.
strong beliefs about antidepressants.
At least that it'll work.
No, beliefs that they're completely useless.
There, okay, that sits with me. Because I was actually interested in what you had to
Depression
say.
does not exist.
Hmm?
Depression does not exist.
Mm.
When you feel like shit about your life, that's a sign that you need to fix something. Not a sign that your brain is out of chemistry and you need some fucking medication. The sadness and emptiness you feel is the fucking motivator, is the driver to tell you, hey, you're doing something wrong, make a change in your life. You know what I'm saying? People are convinced that when they're sad and depressed and they feel like shit, they need more medications to make them feel fucking worse. You know what I'm saying? If people dieted, exercised, trained, and were grateful genuinely, let's say they told their parents they loved them every day, you know what I mean? If they did shit like that, drank enough water, slept on time, boo, this shit wouldn't even fucking exist. Honestly, God.
It's funny how it's always the water, but it's so true.
Bro,
It's the
guys,
smallest
the
things, you
water
know?
is bro,
So
we're
good.
all dehydrated. Right now, I can tell you we're all
I'm
dehydrated.
dehydrated
Oh
as
my
hell
god,
right
I'm
now.
D everything.
Exactly,
I'm
exactly,
everything.
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
Exactly,
Oh,
guys.
shit.
Well, we need some Bonnie, bro. Bonnie
Yeah,
break,
Body,
guys.
bro, body is huge. You gotta understand.
Yo,
No one
Ronaldo.
drinks enough water. If people drank enough
We
water,
got so much back there.
just if people just drank enough water, just that, you know how much better they would feel. You know that?
Yeah, the body consumes.
Like, yo, you can have an upward spiral. Not all spirals are downwards. Let's say you started drinking enough water. Let's say this. Let me tell you the tiniest spiral, okay? Let's say you decided, hey, I'm gonna drink 2 more liters of water a day. What did that give you? That makes your skin nicer. That makes you feel more full. So when you're more full, you eat a little bit less, okay? You feel better. You feel more alert. And boom, when you have that, guess what? You're more productive. You're a little bit more productive, right? Maybe the 2 liters of water didn't fucking change your life, but it made you a little bit more productive.
Your organs are thanking you.
Organs are
Kidneys,
thanking
your-
you.
No headaches. Stuff
And
like
no
that.
headaches. So you're feeling better, right? And now you have the energy. Hey, I want to go on a walk, yo. Like I can go on a walk right now. And you're able to go on a walk now.
It's a one thing leads to another.
It
type
leads
thing,
to another.
right?
It leads to another.
Yeah,
You can
100%.
have upward spirals, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy. It's just as easy as smoking one cigarette. It's like one walk away. You start one walk that day. That's your upward spiral. Just like people, oh, you don't smoke cigs, bro. One cig will get you hooked. Yes, it will. But same with one walk, one workout. You know what I'm saying?
Addiction can also be used for
Exactly.
good. You know what I mean? Be addicted to the things that are good.
There we go.
Bro, yeah. If you're addicted to working out, bro, like how's that not could be a net
But
positive on your life?
you also gotta remember, even with addiction, any addiction, as I said earlier, there's an extreme to anything, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Too much overtraining is a
pros
thing.
and
It's about
cons
balance,
Of
to
course,
it.
yeah.
There's a,
That's where
there's
sleep
a
comes in.
homeostasis, is that what it is? The body's natural.
Equilibrium, homeostasis,
Yes,
whatever.
so natural urge to maintain balance. And if balance is out of order, you will show signs.
Yeah.
And that's the most beautiful thing is like my wife's aunt always tells her that, listen, when your body is giving you signs, don't ignore them.
Exactly.
It's a mechanical system at the end of the day. When your car is driving and you hear knocking sounds, you can't just put the volume up and be like, oh, it doesn't exist.
Yo,
you can't do that.
I've been doing that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I got that fixed last week. So.
So, bro, coming back to balance, right? I want to make the subject regarding marijuana clear.
Balance.
Because a lot of people come up with reasonable arguments as to why it's
I am
good,
one of those.
right?
I'm one of those. I
So-
smoke too much.
Balance, you take too much.
I smoke way too much than I should.
Okay.
And I admit to it.
See, here's the thing. Like Khayan said, you even if you like do it once a week, it's a balance. You do it once a week to charge yourself up and boost that creativity, right? But at the end of the day, when you do that consistently, you kind of start looking forward to it and you start becoming dependent in that way and it gets replaced. And
Facts.
over time, it starts to reveal its true colors. Right?
Mhm.
And that's why when Allah said in the Quran, what you do, like, because when I looked into weed, I was like, Ya Allah, this is so amazing. It's a beautiful thing. Why have you made it haram?
Damn.
You know? Then I asked this question. You know how I said that Allah speaks? And Allah answered that question in within like 3 hours. I opened the Quran. It was right there in the second page. Indeed, there is good in it, but the harm outweighs the good
Of weed.
of intoxicants. Every intoxicant is haram. He made it clear. He made it clear. Every intoxicant, shrooms, it's haram.
So you get that
Simple as that.
dopamine rush. You get that dopamine, and then after a while, don't you feel like, oh, I feel guilty? Like, why did I do that? I don't know if you get that feeling, but I get that
I
sometimes.
know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
bro.
You know what I mean? It's like
Porn.
it's yeah. You
Porn,
know,
we
that-
need to talk
like,
about
bro,
that.
We
It's
need to
like,
talk about
We
porn
need
because
to
I feel
talk
like
about that.
That's
it's something-
most people here are addicted to porn.
Bro,
that's the
I'd say 90%
biggest
of
like
people.
topic everybody
Even
Yeah.
here in this
like
room.
is
Yeah.
struggling, you know.
Okay,
like,
I don't think in this room. I think
No,
And
even in this room. No,
Too
even in this room.
Too
No,
tied
I'm
to
just gonna say the
bro.
facts. We're not gonna hide shit.
Yeah.
Bro, to tie the two topics, marijuana and how you said that, if your body's telling you something, it's like a machine. I liked how you guys phrased it. Your body's like a machine. If it's telling you something, you need to do something about it. If you feel like you need to do weed once a week, ask the question why. Why? Why does it make you ambitious? Why does weed make you ambitious? If you think about it, all weed does is make you feel a little bit good. It is you who actually becomes ambitious and goes through that thought process that is related to ambition,
so
right?
ask yourself,
You
what's
wanted
the
to,
benefits?
you
There's
do
no
those
benefits, to
exercises.
be honest.
It's like a
Let's be
shortcut.
real.
You ask
Weed
yourself, like, is there
does
benefits?
short term and long term. Huh?
It is nothing. Weed is nothing. And I am just hooked on the habit of it. I got attached to the idea, yo, I gotta smoke before I do this. I gotta smoke before
Before
I
you
do
do
that.
that, I know what you mean, bro. Like,
If that is the link I destroyed my mind with, bro, weed is the last addiction I have. Trust me, you know what I'm talking about. It took me a very long time to get it all out.
Oh,
Bro,
Does it have
weed
a
is the
timer at the
last thing I need to get rid of. I know I need to get rid of it.
All right, people.
Why do we need to tell them? We just
All right, people. We
Yo,
just gotta take a quick break.
quick
and
water
we'll be
break,
back.
guys.
Bonnie
Stay
break.
hydrated, bro. 2 liters of water every single day.
Commercial
Let's
break.
go. Like,
Sponsor us.
like this video if you drink water. Alright, bro. Let's go.
Egyptian history.
Oh,
Ancient
interesting.
Bro, women are fans of history. They keep
Okay,
bringing them up.
Let's just break the ice on this. This is gonna be difficult.
Okay. Let me tell them what this guy said. Pyramid existed before the pyramids.
Yes.
Before
Pyramids existed before the pharaohs.
Oh, the pyramids have been there thousands of years before the Egyptians even got there. And don't believe me? Okay, well, internet's right there. I don't count. I've done a lot of research in this shit, so there's been so many archaeological findings and recordings in Egyptian culture in Egypt that have been translated and covered up, and a lot of them, like when it comes to the pyramids, like when they got there, they started to worship these things.
They started worshiping the pyramids.
Yeah, because they were already there, man.
Are you talking about pyramids in general or the Great Pyramid?
The
the
great
the one in
pyramids in Egypt.
Egypt, like,
The
Yes.
pyramids have been around for a long.
Not, bro, no, we are believe. History
shit
teaches
fucking growing,
us.
Mm.
History
Quran,
teaches
what
us
is
they were built by the Egyptians. That's what history teaches us, right? The Egyptians built them.
Yeah, like around 4500 BC. No, around 2500 BC.
Wait,
4,000 years ago.
Yeah.
maybe the timeline was skewed, but wouldn't it still have been the Egyptians that built them? Because you would have to be in Egypt to build them. Hence the Egyptians.
This is where I'm gonna say some shit that you guys might
bro,
think.
the way
Dude,
they're
I
built
literally
is
don't know,
insane,
so I'm
bro.
like interested to see what you think about this.
So listen, what I'm
I don't even
gonna
remember
so
happened
this is a
yesterday.
theory, or this is like
This
I
is
might
nothing
know
is
what you're talking
proven.
about.
Nothing is
This is all
proven.
skepticism.
This is all skepticism. But I have done a lot of research in this, guys. And one conclusion that I have come up with is, you know the Greeks, the Egyptians, the Mayans, those types of those civilizations, before they existed, there was a whole other civilization living on this planet for 200 to 250,000 years. And something happened, everything got wiped, and we started history again.
Just to put in the time frame.
I'm telling you.
So you're saying what was the time frame? 200,000.
200 to 250,000 years.
And when were dinosaurs?
Bro, dinosaurs were
Oh,
hundreds
millions
of
and
millions.
millions. Huge
Millions,
difference, bro.
millions
Yeah.
and millions and millions and millions. And you want to know something, Hamza? The crocodile was on the planet before T-Rexes were. Crocodiles.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the crocodiles were as ancient to T-Rexes as T-Rexes are ancient to us.
Oh, that's a huge difference, man.
Yo, you want to hear a fun fact that's actually gonna blow your mind?
That's blowing my mind, bro. You gotta chill down.
Okay, hypothetically speaking, okay, no, hear me out. If let's say there's a planet 65 million light years away,
Yeah.
okay, and they're looking at Earth,
Oh, I've heard this.
when they look at Earth, do you know what they'll be seeing?
Dinosaurs.
They will literally be seeing the dinosaurs as they existed. And you're
Yes.
like, how is that possible? When
'Cause
they're looking
light-
at it in real time.
Sick.
Because light took
Yeah.
65 million years to travel that far. So the light of the dinosaurs has just reached them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we've already progressed 65 million years forward because of that time difference.
That's
It's
cool,
just
that's
hypothetical,
cool.
but it's insane.
No, it's not
Insanity.
hypothetical. That's factual, bro.
Bro.
That's physics.
You know what's crazy?
No, imagine there actually is a planet out there. Which I believe in aliens wholeheartedly.
Bro.
Oh yeah, aliens. Another.
What do you think Joel said?
Aliens are real, bro.
I love this though.
You were saying something.
Bro, you know what's crazy, bro?
let me
The
stop
fact that it
the
takes
noise,
that long shows you how big space is.
Oh yeah, it's infinite.
It's actually crazy, bro, how big space is. Like,
It's infinite.
and bro, there's like a certain observable universe that we haven't even like witnessed, you know?
Bro, 'cause the
we'll
solar-
never be able to witness.
That's what you can
That-
witness it.
That's actually
You know
so
that
crazy.
It's a fact. I heard. I don't know if it's a fact.
No, bro, the
Yeah.
observable universe is what you can witness, though.
Yeah,
only the
yeah,
observable.
You know what I'm saying?
But then there's a part that like
That
you
goes
can't
beyond. You can't even see
you
it
can't
anymore
even see
because the
that.
light hasn't even come to our eyes yet.
Yeah. And bro, it's like in our lifetimes we'll never know like what's beyond that point. That's crazy.
There was something that happened for 250,000 years. And bro, you want to know what's crazy? Those 240,000 years were documented to be ruled by 8 kings. Google it. Google it.
Wait,
Those 240,000 years.
I have a question though.
Yes.
What got rid of it? Like what was the cataclysmic event?
I don't know.
What if
That
it's-
is what's blowing my mind right now.
Well, I have a
want
crazy
to
theory.
figure what that happened.
So what's your
What if it
theory?
was Noah's flood?
Yo, stop
What
this.
if-
That was my
because-
theory.
Really?
That was my
Bro.
theory.
That's crazy.
That
bro.
makes sense though.
That's
because-
what I was thinking. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo. Okay, yo.
What do you think?
Something came. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Something not of Earth origin came 250 to 200,000 years ago. Something came, ruled over Earth, and holy shit, the Great Flood wiped it out. You're fucking right about that. I am so in the belief that the functionality of the true world is hidden from us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You mean secret societies types things, right? Or beyond that even?
Everything.
You mean a
I don't know
civilization that was
every-
so progressed that we can't even tap?
Yeah, no,
Right?
pardon?
Like essentially, you know how some people theorize that the reason the pyramids or whatever were made was because humans had actually
Existed.
acquired such a high intelligence and civilization, and it was completely gone, and we started from scratch again. That's what they theorize.
Okay, so that's partially more. I'm talking about the world itself, like who runs it, the way it works, the way it is built, the way it is designed. Where did they get their? Yo, do you guys
What are you
understand?
talking about? Putin,
No, not even that.
bro.
There's so much. Like, there's so much shit out there that just doesn't make sense. You guys, even if you just look, man, you just look and it doesn't make sense, bro. Listen, there was a powerful civilization of people. These kings, by the way, these 8 kings lived for tens of thousands of years. It's documented. This is docu-fucking-mented.
What kind of documented?
Like,
Dude, they were the word.
Hieroglyphic?
Geographic.
Rosetta Stone? I don't know.
Yes.
The Rosetta Stone is how they decipher the hieroglyphics.
Yes.
Yes.
That's partially what it is.
What if the documents were misinterpreted because they were just symbols at the end of the day?
That is a possibility, bro.
So what Hamza's saying is like, our imagination could take us so far, only so far, but we gotta like still try to make connections, you know, with at least some sort of softcore evidence.
This is where I'm coming in. I feel like the elites of the world, the most powerful people of this world, know the truth. The truth
Yeah.
of where we came from. What are we doing? We feel like we're all sheep, yo. Doesn't it feel like that?
I have a question though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the elites, the top, the best of billionaires, the fucking Saudi family, the trillionaires, they know the truth.
But here's the thing. I have a question. Do you think religions have the truth within them?
Yo, I
What's your
was
view on
literally
that?
about to get to this. I
Yeah.
was about to get to this.
Yeah.
I think Islam is the last piece, is the last layer of the onion.
Mm-hmm.
I think Islam is the last layer of truth. That's hard to explain. But I think a lot of the truth of what the world is, what is God, what is this universe?
Yeah.
What are we? How do we come here with such insanely dude, yo, your brain is as complex as the goddamn cosmos.
Mm-hmm.
You take a picture of your neurons, you take a picture of the galaxy, it looks the fucking same. And if anything, bro, your brain is functioning even crazier than every computer in this fucking world combined. Your brain functions faster than it, bro. Where did this come from?
And we don't even use like 5% of it.
That's bullshit.
Really?
There is no truth. No percentage of brains. Your whole entire brain. When you have one single thought, right?
No, Ahmed, what you're talking about is
It's like a perceptual. We're lazy. We're boring. We don't try. That's what
your brain has to shut off certain parts to use other parts. This is how it works. Because it can't be overloaded.
We're teaching
neurology, bro. When you have a single thought in your brain, like let's say you thought about like what you ate last night.
Yeah.
Just having that picture in your mind.
You could taste the food.
Yeah, you can taste the food. When you have that feeling, it's like neurons from all over the brain clicking to create that idea.
That's what the relevancy is. Like it reminds you. It remembers.
Yeah, but this reminder didn't come from like, oh, it's stored in left L46 section of the brain. No.
Yeah.
That is true to a certain degree.
No,
there
I'm
are
saying-
parts that control other parts, yes. But I'm talking about ideas and thoughts and consciousness. It's your whole brain flickering at once. Many neurons from all corners, boom, flick.
Yeah.
That's what a thought is, my guy. It's the triggering of your neurons in a certain pathway. That's a thought. That's what an idea
it's all
is.
physical at the end of the day.
It's physics.
But then again, the whole concept of the consciousness being physical gets obliterated when you bring in the idea
Soul.
of consciousness itself.
Of a soul.
Yeah.
I have a really cool concept that I thought about. If you guys want to hear it.
I'm down.
Is it a connection?
Well, that's a video
Yes.
about Mohammed Job.
Still mind, soul, and the body.
And
It was
God.
watched by itself.
And God.
I know exactly what you're gonna say. You go ahead and say it. I know exactly. I said the same shit, bro. Sorry.
I think the universe itself, everything, is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is that is where we I get what you mean. I get what you
I want to
mean.
hear you out first. I wanna hear
But
you
bro,
out
I
first.
feel like, think about it. You are made from the exact same atoms as everything else.
That is true. Yeah.
You're made out of hydrogen. You're made out of oxygen. You're made out of carbon.
Yeah.
That's what we are. Even these little ideas you have in your brain, they are triggered by neuroelectrical forces. The three forces that govern this universe, right? Gravity, magnetism, and fusion. Right? Electromagnetism, that's what runs our brain. We are created from the same things as everything else in this universe. And when we die, we will disintegrate and connect with the rest of the universe. I have this thought one time. I'm like, yo, we are it feels like we're one thing, yo. You know what I'm saying? This is why, I don't know.
100%. I see what you mean. But I'm gonna have to disagree, and I want to. My reasons why.
Tell me, bro.
It's because, so like as you said earlier, we look at the world in a physical sense. That's what science is, the study of the observations. Obviously, science is just base level when it comes to what's really out there. So, but let's say, for this example, the universe is just a physical sense. We have space and time, right? And
mass.
Space, time, and mass. And that's what truly gravity is. It's not really a pulling force. It's the pushing on the fabric of space. At least that's what the theory is so far, right? So when you have something that's physical, as space and time and mass.
But time isn't physical. And neither is space. Only mass is physical.
Wait, so is time a
It
concept?
actually
What
can
is
be
time?
done.
Time
The
is only
fabric of space itself.
No, bro. Time is only physical for beings that live beyond 4 dimensions. We live in 3. So time for us is not physical.
Wait, so what would it be a being that lives in 4 dimensions though?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, bro.
No, that's beyond all dimensions.
You know what I'm saying?
Because even
I
Like, let me give you a concept. Like, for example, this table is 2 dimensions.
Yeah.
We have infinite control over these 2 dimensions. Left, right, this, whatever we can do.
Yeah.
Right? Up, left, down, right. We have control over this.
Yeah.
Someone who lives beyond this dimension, one dimension above, to him, time is like this water bubble. It's physical. You get what I'm saying?
No, 100%. We view the
Like
world
time
like,
for them is like these glasses. They can pick up time like the way you pick up these glasses.
that's the whole idea of quantum physics, right?
Yes.
So essentially, as humans, we live in the 3D world, which is why we perceive everything as 2D.
Yeah.
Only reason it seems 3D is because of shadowing, texture, stuff like that. Truth is, you take all those components out, everything we see is flat.
Bro, I have a
2D,
crazy
right?
thing though.
You see.
I get what you mean.
2D,
You only see sections.
Exactly.
Bro,
So
like,
what you're saying is,
One sec. What are you saying?
I have one thing I wanted to add to it. What
Okay.
what dimension are jinns living in then, if they do exist?
That's the parallel some stuff.
Do you think it's like
I'm
a-
not,
Alternate universe, like within
They
like
have
this
the-
current realm of ours. That's an interesting thing to think about.
Honestly, if you think about it, because you know the jinns and that. They
wait
have
one
the-
second before we answer your question.
Yeah.
I want to finish this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I
And
wanna,
we'll get to your question after you're
I
done.
want
Yeah,
to finish
yeah,
why
yeah,
I
that's
That's
disagree.
a tangent. I don't want to
Yeah.
do that.
So as we were saying earlier, when space, time, mass, whatever, for, as you said, for God to be, let's say, a part of this creation, it would mean that he would have to be restricted by the laws of that creation. For God to be a creator, he cannot be incorporated in his creation. For example, the reason Allah is timeless is because he created time itself.
He is time himself. He
He's
is.
timeless.
Allah says it.
The
can
constant
reach
time.
out.
No, but
Anytime.
but bro, in the Quran
Really?
it says Allah is everything and everywhere. I'm saying Allah subhanahu wa
That's not
ta'ala
vertical.
is. Like bro, the particles we are made
But to
of
say that
is
Allah
him.
is our universe? Is that the point you're
Bro,
trying
I'm
to
saying
make?
the particles themselves is him. That's hard to even think about, but that's...
Okay.
Bro, think about it, bro. How do these little atoms come together and create a being like this?
But we're talking about
You know what I'm
just
saying?
this universe though. Allah's creation is
Bro,
way
we're-
beyond that.
Bro, no.
Allah sits outside of the realm of his own creation because he's not restricted to what's within that creation.
I understand
You see
that
what I
fact.
mean?
I understand that fact.
Allah is timeless, spaces. There is no definition of a limitation within Allah in any aspect.
And that's
You know
what
what I
I'm telling you. That's what I exactly mean.
So how can it be created in a limited creation? How could it be incorporated in
But
that?
this
That's what I'm trying to
creation
understand.
isn't
There
limited,
has to
my
be
guy.
distinction,
It's
right?
infinite.
Is it though?
Wait, if the
I would
universe
argue
Is
has a
this
it's
beginning,
universe
infinite.
infinite
if the
though?
universe has a beginning, how can it be?
How can it be
then?
infinite? That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
How is if that's the case? Then time is a very tricky construct.
That's
right?
listen. The Big Bang happened, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was who caused that. Because nothing cannot come from something.
Of course.
Exactly.
Right?
He talks about it in the Quran.
Something cannot come from nothing, and nothing cannot go into something. Correct? Something has to exist and
Yeah.
turned into something else. Big Bang doesn't make sense unless a God even exists.
Unless something was causing.
The laws of
Exactly.
causation.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like Allah just Big Banged and just expanded into all of this, created all of this. He
Okay.
is all of this.
You're saying
Maybe we're having a misunderstanding because
Yeah.
to me,
I'm saying Allah is the atoms that created us. I'm
that's
saying.
where I have to disagree with
No,
you.
but he could be his
Because
own
Allah
being. but-
doesn't. He doesn't. We are not an extension of Allah. That's the problem the Christians made. They saw Jesus as an extension of God, which is why
I'm
they
not
started
saying we're an
idolizing.
extension.
No.
It is a
This
separate creation because Allah is the creator.
Okay, so this is what he means. Like Allah says in the Quran, this is the verse I'm reading from the Quran.
Oh no, that's Hadith Qudsi. No, that's from.
So Hadith Qudsi, right? That's
Yeah,
basically
fully
Allah
Hadith.
saying it, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's a hadith.
Hadith.
Hadith
Hadith
means a
is-
story.
Hadith Qudsi means these are the exact words of Allah
Yeah,
coming
yeah,
out of
yeah.
the mouth.
So not
of
directly
Allah.
from Quran.
Oh, okay.
Not
okay,
direct
okay.
line.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hadith, I incorporated with the somebody.
Yeah,
It's
wrote
a
it down
special
story.
type of
It's
Okay,
a-
cool.
it's a really
Special
high level
hadith.
Yeah.
So it says that Allah said, "Sons of Adam inveigh against the vicissitudes of time, and I am time. In my hand is the night and day." So
Can you search
Allah,
the tafsir on that? Because I actually
Yeah.
want to know exactly what
Yeah.
that means.
Yeah.
but what I think it means is that Allah is not dependent on anything, but He is within everything. He isn't. I mean, He is, but He's within everything. He's extension
Okay.
of everything.
He is within everything, but that doesn't mean he is everything. That's the distinction I was trying to make.
Yeah.
You can be within something without being
Okay,
it.
fine. Let me tell
Right?
you.
You
Okay,
know what I'm
okay,
saying?
let me tell you. Atoms, no matter how. Okay, so what happens with atoms when they get heated? What happens?
When they get heated,
Mm.
expand.
Atoms expand. Are you guys crazy?
I'm tripping,
They
bro.
vibrate, right? They move fast.
Yeah. I'm telling you, bro, science is not
I'm
my
trying to
field,
get excited, bro.
They get excited, right?
That's
And
what
so what
causes
happens?
fusion.
What happens? So what happens when
The
atoms
water-
get cold?
Yeah.
What happens when atoms get
They
cold?
became warm.
At least they
They,
slow
they
down.
slow down,
Yeah, exactly.
right?
I was thinking of a balloon. You know that example in science you think about with a balloon?
When you
know
blow
what
in
I'm
a
talking about?
balloon,
Like
the
what's it
gas
called?
gets-
How balloons can only expand when they're warm. and when they're cold, you can only like go up to a certain level. That's
No,
what's
it's
fucking
because
about.
you have to think
Yeah.
of it very
I'm talking
physically.
about. I'm literally talking about the movement of atoms, guys.
Okay.
When it's hot,
Yeah.
they move fast. When it's cold, they get slow.
Okay,
Yeah.
think about someone
Yeah.
put you on a stove. You're not gonna just sit there still. You're gonna jump. So
Oh.
energy, in a sense,
Yeah.
Is heat? Heat is
excites
energy.
the electrical. Exactly. That's what
That's
creates
what
energy.
So the concept that was let's get back to the point I was trying to make. The point I was trying to make is there's not a single temperature in the universe where atoms will stop moving. And if an atom did stop moving,
Mm-hmm.
we have no idea in physics what the fuck would happen.
Yeah.
In my belief,
Mhm.
Allah's energy is
Yeah.
what keeps every single atom in this world, in this universe, moving.
Okay.
Wait, isn't it? There is
You know what I'm
actual
trying to say?
temperature though.
God has
isn't it?
control over all
It's
things.
absolute temperature. It's
Yeah.
called absolute
Something
temperature.
Calvin fucking learning,
Bro, it's-
negative 273 or some shit. 274.
Yes.
Yeah.
Negative 274 degrees Celsius. Yes. That's called absolute zero. That is the coldest temperature in the universe it could ever fucking get. There is no temperature in the universe that is colder than the absolute zero.
What
Google it
happens
right
at
now.
absolute zero?
That is the coldest you can get.
What happens at that?
Atoms are supposed to stop. Get it? Because they have no energy. Zero. Because the energy is heat.
Yeah, no, I get that, but
electrons and the neutrons and the protons in the nucleus never stops shaking, even at absolute zero. And I think that tiniest movement is what keeps this fucking universe running, my guy. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? If atoms stopped moving, there would not be a fucking universe. The movement of atoms is literally what causes us to think. So if atoms stopped moving, bro, there is no universe. And I think Allah's will, bro, is what keeps every atom moving. It keeps every electron in place moving to make sure it's exactly where it needs to be.
No, I agree with that.
That's what I mean by Allah is everything.
That's where I would disagree though. What is everything would mean that like
No,
Allah is
that's
directly.
the distinction has to
I'd
be.
say he has control over everything.
Because
Yo,
nothing
you guys are
happens.
thinking that Allah is a king sitting. You guys are,
Yeah.
you gotta get that out, bro.
Whoa,
You
we're
guys
not
gotta
saying that.
think of,
Yeah.
We're
you
not
guys
saying
gotta think of like way beyond a being, bro. A being that governs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Allah isn't that.
But another thing is, who's to say our thoughts are accurate? Allah,
Yeah.
the concept of Allah is beyond human comprehension. We will never even get it. So
Exactly.
even
Yeah.
your discussion of theorizing right now
Yeah.
is not true because the
It's
fact
not.
that we
It's just
can
a
imagine
concept,
it,
bro.
it's
It's
a
just a
concept,
concept,
yeah.
yo. But you know, honestly, if I think of that, if you read the Quran, it still all makes sense.
Yeah.
So I started thinking of that, and I feel like when we die and our atoms just escape,
Mm-hmm.
He vanished.
they vanish, you just become
A bone.
no, bro. But these atoms, this,
Yeah.
your skin, your muscles,
Everything
bro,
goes-
this disintegrates and it goes back to where it belongs, which
Yeah.
is God.
one
Which
last
is the
argument I want to
universe.
make to that
all
is
your atoms get dispersed into the universe.
Wait, so
again.
what's your view on the soul then? Like, because the soul hasn't been physically observed, or has it been observed?
It has. You
Explain.
guys want to know something crazy? Whenever
Yeah.
somebody dies, they lose 7 grams.
I
mean,
think
search
this
it
is what
out.
I've heard. I've heard this. I've heard that.
Search it
Yeah.
out.
Wait, they lose 7 grams of what?
Immediately when someone dies, they usually lose 7 grams of weight in that instant.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
soul is 7 grams.
Yeah.
Damn, they sold 7 grams?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but that's a fact. Search it up right now.
Yeah.
Yo,
No, I've
that's
heard
actually
that. I've
insane.
heard that.
So 7 grams, what's that equivalent to pounds? Though?
7 grams is nothing.
That's
It's
nothing.
Nothing.
It's light, bro.
Bro, it's like $70 worth of weed, bro.
it's a half cube.
Yeah.
That's a cube, bro. It's a quarter.
So the quarter cube, bro. Half.
Yeah.
Come
Nah,
on,
nah,
bro.
quarter.
Okay.
So,
like-
sorry, no, go ahead.
No. Hamza, finish.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So at ground zero, that's what you're saying. Ground zero, what was the term?
Absolute,
Absolute
zero.
zero.
Search it.
Mhm.
So at absolute zero, it's 273 Kelvin, right?
274.
So
Negative.
at that,
Celsius.
so you're saying atoms stop moving, but
Electrons and neutrons and the nucleus doesn't.
so the atom stops, but
Even that is questionable. Scientists say even the atom doesn't stop.
and what is motivating these? I mean,
I can
these
understand
proton
why,
neutrons move.
They don't stop, bro.
No, I can understand why. Because for energy to even exist in the first place means it would have to maintain that motion. Because if it was to absolute zero, it would be destroyed.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. The universe would, if an atom stopped moving, guys, the universe wouldn't exist, yo. If every atom right now stopped moving, everything, boom, You understand that? That's physics.
That's cool. Yeah, that's.
Isn't that insane?
It is crazy.
It is insane.
It's insane.
Such a small component.
And to me, bro, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is what controlling every goddamn
That's
element.
I
the
agree
key
with
word,
that.
control.
I
Listen,
agree.
Control, and I feel like he is.
no, but
Is
that's
is
okay.
different.
Look, I want to make
Is
one
is
last
different.
point to
Oh,
that.
he is everything.
Yeah.
Nothing-
He is every. He is him. Her. He is the. Allah is. But
Yeah.
Allah is everything, everywhere, all at
Yeah.
once. He is tomorrow. He is
Okay,
yesterday.
but let me
What
make an
about
argument
is
to
the
that.
creator of
Listen.
everything? Like,
Yo, he's everything, bro. He's here right now.
yeah, I'd say like he's cognitive of everything we're gonna say. He's aware of like every like next step that we're gonna take.
Bro, if
That level of
he
knowledge.
governs everything, then he is everything.
Ahmed, can I ask you a question? We can both agree that nothing happens without the permission of Allah, right?
Yeah.
So doesn't that entail that everything that asks Allah for permission is a separate entity aside from Allah? Because if Allah was everything, He would be asking Himself for permission. That's essentially contradicting itself. That makes no sense.
I mean, that's where the question of the free will and consciousness comes in.
Yeah.
We're heading into the philosophy of it now.
Yeah.
I mean, yo, this has all been philosophy. I'm
Yeah.
not out here. I'm like, yo, I want to make a religion, and this is the truth.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, this is the shit. I don't know. My heart just feels, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I can't justify it. I've tried to explain it to the best of my ability.
Yeah.
But it's just something I can feel, bro. You know what I mean?
No, 100%. There's nothing wrong with that,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
but there also has to be some sort of backbone to your
Like
feeling.
the
And what is the
proper
source
base.
of the backbone to that feeling?
Yeah.
What is the resource? Because the thing is, I could truly feel within myself that fuck, I'm absolutely amazing, bro. I'm not saying I'm fucked up about drugs, okay? Like
Yeah.
I'm amazing. The truth is, I'm not actually. That's just my altered mind thinking that. But this is the important thing about religion, especially Islam. Islam gives you an objective morality rather than a subjective morality. It shows you no matter what you're going through, what state of mind you are in, Allah's absolute truth will remain, so that truth can never be altered. Hence, humanity will never astray, which is what happened to Christianity and Judaism, right?
Yo.
The second we start to even be like, yo, honestly, man, Islam, even that's not the truth, then we start going into human interpretation and human creation of religion and humans, like basically subjective morality. And that's a rabbit hole. There is no end to it.
What do you mean?
Subjective morality. Okay, let's say, for example, 50 years ago, we look at the sense of
Oh
morality
yeah,
that humanity
okay. In
had,
that
right?
sense, it is.
You know
It
what
is
I mean?
endless. Like you can argue everybody.
So
'Cause
when you
everyone's
leave it
different-
up to
everyone's
the
perspective.
decision of mankind,
Yeah.
and let me put in a great analogy, actually, and I'll shut up after this because I'll...
No, don't.
No, bro, you're on.
Umar
fire.
Sulaiman gave a great analogy. Imagine you have a son or daughter, whatever, right? 1 year old, 2 year, just learning how to walk. Okay, you're out having a barbecue in the backyard. Child sees a beautiful balloon, starts running towards it. Doesn't see there's a pool right in front of him. You as a parent, what is your first instinct? What are you gonna do? See that child running towards the pool? Just what are you doing as a parent?
Come back,
Safe.
Jimmy. Come back.
You're
What are you
booking
doing?
it. Jump
Book
dive
it, yeah,
and grab,
yeah,
right?
you're
Like-
booking it.
Are you gonna spend your time trying to sit there and explain to the child that's not right, that's not good?
No,
Don't
you
do
book
that.
it.
You don't have time.
And why won't you explain it to the child?
Urgency.
Because they're incapable of understanding. What does the child do when you pick it up? It cries. It hates you. It hits you. It thinks you destroyed its life, not realizing you saved its life. Because the child's mental capacity is not able to comprehend the true overall story.
100%.
That's how Allah is to mankind. Allah knows the true overall story, and sometimes we can retaliate and not understand it. That doesn't make sense to me, but the reality is
He's right.
we cannot comprehend the bigger picture. Right?
100%. He's beyond a comprehension.
So that's why I feel like, the comparison of a child to a mother is different because the difference between us and Allah is infinite.
Oh yeah, we're
You know what I
nothing.
mean? So that's a much bigger difference, obviously. So I think it's one of the coolest things ever, bro. That's where the importance of objective morality trumps subjective morality any single day, which is why we have to believe that there is an objective truth. And now our job as human beings is to search for that truth. And then you go down, okay, what religion is this, what this, that, whatever, and then how did God, whatever. Do you have vivid dreams? Lucid dreams?
No,
Lucid
I
dreams?
smoke too much, but yo, I do have dreams once in a while, and every time I have a dream, it always feels like a message. Not a message, but like a wake-up call. I don't know.
Something meaningful.
Not really. I don't even know if it's meaningful if I'm just being delusional. It could be either or, like, oh my God, my dreams, like someone's trying to speak to me. It could be that, or it could be like, but I don't dream much. But every time I do have a dream, it's memorable. I'll say that. It's something I vividly remember, and I usually think about it. I'm like, yo, I had a dream today. I don't have dream. Because when you smoke the amount of weed I smoke, you stop dreaming. What's the most common dreams you guys have? I know you guys probably have a lot more dreams than I
I'm gonna
do.
be honest, bro. So this is
Yes,
my
yes.
personal experience on this, bro. Okay, so basically, so on the days like you feel so tired, right?
The most tired.
The most tired, and you just close your eyes, bro, and you just feel like you fell off a building.
Oh,
You know
yo.
what I mean? It felt like someone pushed you,
Yeah.
and you're like, you
That
wake up in
happened
a
to me.
panic, and
Like,
you
Yo.
start sweating, and you're like,
You guys
what
want to know
happened?
something crazy? Why? You guys want to know what that dream means?
Very tired. It means you're very tired. That's
No,
why.
it doesn't.
Jinn.
It's not Jinn either. You Google it right now.
Wait, hold on. Are you talking about the feeling when you're about to possibly wake up?
No,
with
there's general meanings to these dreams. What do you guys think
Yeah.
of meanings in dreams? Do you believe there's a meaning in your
Yeah.
dreams or not?
Oh, definitely.
100%.
There's an interpretation for
Sometimes-
sure.
You do?
Yeah.
It's your subconscious taking over, and the subconscious is one of the least
Bro, your
research
sub-
things ever,
Bro,
bro.
Yeah, it
your
happened to me a
you
lot,
are
bro.
your subconscious. Not your conscious. Your conscious is full of your ego and bullshit.
Yeah.
And you lie to
Subconscious
yourself.
is the most absolute
bro.
truth there is.
We all lie to ourselves so much. We have these delusional thoughts about ourselves. We know this, I know this, you know this, Hamza knows this, Rian knows this. We're all liars and we're all delusional. Our consciousness,
Yeah.
that's true. Our subconscious is what your subconscious is what you are, guy.
No, you're right. You're right. Like the stuff that you don't even know that's going on behind the scenes, the trauma that happened, like something that happened to you as a kid,
Yeah.
is still affecting the way you are today.
Like, it makes me
That's
think
the
like
craziest thing
who
to
is
think about.
Rayan? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
This
guy called himself Rayan, bro.
No, I'm playing. My name is Hayan, bro.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. This is fucking
That's
easy.
Bro, listen, I know like 7 Rayans, and you're the first Hayan I've ever met.
What about
Makes me
Dalmas?
memorable, yeah.
Yeah, literally, bro.
Yeah.
Seven Dalmas, 7 Hamzas.
Kwan.
Hamza's like infinite Hamza, infinite Amids.
Yeah, there's
Kwan.
too many, bro.
Kwan?
Kalan is
Like the Juan?
They
Kwan.
Kwan. Yo, that's me. Subscribe.
Okay, what were we talking about?
Like,
Yeah, we're talking about dreams and that. So like,
Dreams.
they have different meanings. Like
The falling down dream you said had a different-
Oh yeah, I was gonna say
Right
the
through.
falling down dream usually means lack of control in your life. Google it right now.
Yo, I feel that. a
What
lot.
does falling in a dream mean? Right now, probably the first thing in
So it means like
Yeah, there's Islamic dream
dictating you?
interpretations too.
no, it means you feel like you have zero control over your life. You're just playing and walking around like an NPC.
Oh my god.
No, Google it.
No, I
Google
think
it.
that's low-key-
How do you feel? How do you
It's
feel?
low-key true, bro.
I don't know. Like I've had that dream too, bro.
So you feel like someone's
Yeah.
controlling you at that,
Bro,
in that time period?
Yes. Still, bro. Still, I feel like there's so much bullshit in me.
Do you ever have
Yeah.
horrific dreams? Like terrifying dreams?
100%.
Have you ever been killed in your dream?
Shot, nah. I got like someone running after me in the wild jungle. Like some machete.
It wasn't me, bro.
Same thing.
You too?
Yeah.
Bro,
Bro,
you know,
bro,
let's
I've
try
woken
it.
up screaming sometimes. Have you guys had that?
Yeah, yeah.
Like woken up screaming for your life, like and your mom comes in, like, yo,
Oh, really?
I'm sorry. Yeah, you've never heard that?
no, I scream in my dream, but my mouth is shut in physical matter.
Yo, I have woken up
You got that
screaming.
too?
I've woken up screaming for my life.
Yeah.
I panicked.
You know the best way to fight that? Because I have so many dreams where I've been killed, like
Quran, bro,
zombies
pray. You gotta
eating my
pray.
throats out and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
feels bad.
No,
No,
listen, because I don't know if you guys really. I have very, very lucid dreams. You, my wife knows this. I talk a lot in my dreams. I have very, very lucid dreams, and I realize the best way to get out of a terrifying situation is to, wallahi, this is gonna sound retarded, but let it happen. If I have a swarm of zombies coming to me, the more I run away from it, the more I actually
You're
enjoy getting
scared.
chased.
Mhm.
The second I sit tight, and I feel it jump from my throat, I realize I'm not actually feeling pain. I'm just witnessing it happen. Now I have to let this part of me die so I can move past it.
Yo, I love
You know
how
what I
you
mean?
said that, man. The fact that letting go is what fixes everything.
It goes back to psychedelics too. You know exactly what I
Yo,
mean, right?
it goes. Not fuck. Forget psychedelics. The only things, bro. Psychedelics are nothing but catalysts.
Can you not compare them to a slight dream state though?
100%. No, but psychedelics are nothing but catalysts. You know what I mean?
Okay. Forget that, but no, you were saying aside from that.
Bro, the biggest thing that stops us is the shit we hold on to. We hold, and you know what we hold on to the most? You all need to let go of this right now, is how others perceive you. This idea is the most toxic thing in our minds, guys.
Especially ground.
Wallahi, bro.
No, it's so true.
It's the most toxic. We change, we mutilate our fucking selves mentally, emotionally, just so our perception doesn't change. And let me tell you this, once you let go of it and you are exactly who you are unapologetically, everyone will fucking love you. And you will attract everything.
It's true.
Everything. You will attract it. Once you just let go of this, yo, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna think? What are they gonna think? I can't do this, I can't say this. Yo, fuck it.
Bro, I have to add something too, bro. I
Please,
swear.
please.
Bro, like, you know how people say, oh, I don't care about what people say. those are the people that care the most. They care the most, bro.
That's true.
Bro, the key is to like, if you really don't care about people's perception, don't speak about it. Just do you. Be yourself, man.
Bro, you guys
Like,
need to
you know?
start living it. Yo.
Yeah.
You know what? You actually, you should care what others think about you. We should care the right people think about you, right?
Oh,
Obviously, it's
I
like
don't
if my
think
own
so.
family, my wife, if they're seeing something bad in me, something maybe I'm actually doing
Bro,
something wrong.
but then in my opinion, bro, you're getting your wife hooked onto something that's not even you, guy. If you can't be yourself around your wife, then that's not your wife. That's
bad.
the wife loves you for what the act that you put up.
100%. But
You know what I'm
does not
saying?
neglect the idea that you should change. Everyone should change, right? We can all
No,
change for the
everyone,
better.
you change for the better, but yo, that's organic as hell, yo.
I think if you do it for the sake
That's
of
what I
God,
mean.
that's different, fam.
Yeah.
If you only care about the perception of God, that's the most ultimate level.
Yes,
that you can reach.
100%.
That's
What
the
is,
ultimate
yeah.
level.
What is the first step to changing? What is the first step to solving a problem?
Okay, first
to
step.
accept that there is a problem, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
See what I mean?
Exactly.
So if there's something going wrong and the people you love that matter to you are giving you signs of that, that's you realizing, okay, there's a problem, I'm not gonna solve it.
Of course. I'm not,
That's
yo,
not, yeah.
letting go, I'm not saying, oh man.
Oh,
It's hard
like
to sound-
modern day feminism.
Pissing me off.
Can we all
Yeah,
agree
they're
that
close,
men
bro.
are men and women are women? And when each of them act the part, that's when
Yes,
it
sir.
works. That's the only way it works. When a woman is feminine and a man is masculine,
Mm-hmm.
and you put them together, that is the only way it works.
Binary and
You
nothing
agree that?
else.
You agree with that or not? How do you feel about that?
Yo, try to use a hammer as a screwdriver, see how far you get.
Exactly. No, but you get what I'm saying. When you have that yin and yang energy, bro, straight up, yo. When you have that's the yin
That's
and
mine,
yang.
bro.
When you have a chick that's feminine as fuck, you have a man that's masculine as fuck. You put them together. That's the only way.
I wonder
It works
why.
perfectly.
What car do you drive, bro?
I drive an old busted ass van, bro.
Van? What kind of van?
A white caravan. It's a soccer mom van.
Are you into cars and stuff, bro?
Not really. I only want one car.
What's that?
1969 Mustang, matte black, purple underglow.
Yeah.
Wait, yo, rate it, bro.
That's
Rate
all I
it, bro.
want.
It's a good car.
Yeah, that's the
Bro,
same age as my
That's
dad.
the only car I want. I don't want any other car, and that car is gonna stay my car for my life. Inshallah, one day I'll have
Inshallah.
it.
What's your dream car again, though?
A GTR.
Oh yeah, wait, sure though. 35?
R35.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching this podcast. All right, this podcast is actually more than our original podcast, so I hope you guys like it. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, and share it to your loved ones. All right. Again, if we said anything harsh or negative, we apologize. We're all human beings. We all make mistakes.
Let us know in the comments, yo.
For what?
What we fucked up in.
Yo.
Jokes, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, stay tuned for the next video. See ya.